What if the way we're raising our children is fueling an epidemic of anxiety? In the anxious generation, how the great rewiring of childhood is causing an epidemic of mental illness, the author delves deeply into the societal, technological, and cultural shifts reshaping childhood and their profound impact on mental health. This is the story of how I came to understand the root causes of today's anxiety epidemic, unpack the layers of modern childhood challenges, and learn strategies to foster a healthier, more balanced future for the next generation. The insights from this book transformed not only my perspective but also my approach to supporting young minds. The book begins by exploring the seismic shifts in childhood experiences over the past few decades. From the meteoric rise of digital technology to the stark decline in unstructured play, the Great Rewiring has fundamentally altered how children grow, learn, and interact with the world. These changes have reshaped behaviors and rewired developing brains, making children more susceptible to anxiety, stress, and mental illness. I reflected on my own childhood compared to that of today's kids. The freedom to roam, play outdoors, and explore without constant supervision felt like a stark contrast to the screen-dominated, highly structured environments of today. I realized how these differences impacted not just daily routines but also long-term emotional resilience and independence. This chapter opened my eyes to how these shifts contribute to a loss of coping skills, resilience, and an increase in stress for children. This chapter taught me that the way we structure childhood directly influences mental health outcomes. By understanding the implications of the Great Rewiring, I could begin to identify specific ways to counteract its effects. It was a call to action, urging me to consider how intentional changes could restore balance to the next generation's lives. The author highlights the pervasive role of technology in the lives of children and adolescents. While offering undeniable benefits, the constant connectivity and overstimulation of screens have led to increased feelings of isolation, comparison, and anxiety. Social media, in particular, amplifies these issues by fostering unrealistic standards, exposing kids to cyberbullying, and encouraging a culture of validation through likes and follows. I started analyzing my own relationship with technology and its impact on those around me. The author's insights helped me understand how even small changes, like setting boundaries for screen time or encouraging in-person interactions, could significantly reduce anxiety levels. I also observed how excessive screen use eroded attention spans and deepened feelings of inadequacy in both children and adults. This chapter reminded me that technology is a double-edged sword. By using it mindfully and teaching children to do the same, we can mitigate its negative effects and create healthier digital habits. It's not about rejecting technology, but about integrating it into our lives with balance and awareness. Unstructured play, once a cornerstone of childhood, has been replaced by organized activities and academic pressures. The author explains that free play is essential for developing problem-solving skills, emotional regulation, and social competence. Without it, children are less equipped to handle challenges and setbacks, leading to increased anxiety and dependence on external validation. I began to see the value of creating opportunities for free play, both for children and for myself. Whether it was encouraging spontaneous outdoor games, introducing creative activities, or simply allowing unscheduled time, these moments provided a much-needed respite from the pressures of structured life. The author's emphasis on play reminded me that growth often happens in moments of exploration, spontaneity, and even boredom. This chapter taught me that reclaiming unstructured play is vital for fostering resilience, creativity, and independence. By prioritizing play, we can help children build the emotional tools they need to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Modern childhood is increasingly defined by the pressure to excel academically, socially, and athletically. The author examines how this relentless push for achievement creates a culture of perfectionism and fear of failure, both significant contributors to anxiety and depression. The weight of constant comparison and expectations leaves little room for self-discovery or joy. I reflected on the expectations placed on children today and how they mirror societal values. The author's perspective helped me see the importance of balancing ambition with compassion, teaching kids that failure is a natural and valuable part of learning. It became clear that success should not come at the expense of mental health or emotional well-being. This chapter reminded me that success is not about constant achievement, but about growth and resilience. By fostering an environment that celebrates effort, curiosity, and learning over perfection, we can help reduce anxiety and build confidence in children's abilities to face challenges. The book addresses the role of parenting styles in shaping children's mental health. Helicopter parenting and overprotection, while well-intentioned, often undermine children's ability to develop independence and cope with adversity. The author advocates for a balanced approach that encourages autonomy while providing emotional support. I started rethinking my approach to providing guidance versus stepping back. Allowing children to make mistakes and solve problems on their own became a priority, even if it felt uncomfortable at times. The author's insights reinforce the idea that resilience is built through experience, not avoidance of challenges. These moments of struggle became opportunities for growth. This chapter taught me that effective parenting involves striking a balance between involvement and independence. By empowering children to face difficulties and supporting them through the process, we can help them build confidence and emotional strength that will serve them throughout life. The author explores strategies for creating environments that promote resilience and emotional well-being. From fostering strong community connections to teaching mindfulness and stress management techniques, these approaches offer a path toward reducing anxiety on both individual and societal levels. I began incorporating mindfulness practices into my daily routine and encouraging others to do the same. Simple activities like deep breathing, journaling, or practicing gratitude became powerful tools for managing stress and building emotional resilience. The author's emphasis on community also inspired me to strengthen connections with friends, neighbors, and local groups, creating networks of support. This chapter reminded me that resilience is not an individual effort, but a collective one. By fostering supportive environments and teaching practical coping skills, we can create a culture that nurtures mental health and empowers the next generation to thrive. In the final chapter, the author challenges us to rethink societal definitions of success. Instead of measuring worth by grades, trophies, or likes, we are encouraged to value qualities like kindness, curiosity, and emotional intelligence. This shift can help reduce the anxiety epidemic by promoting healthier, more balanced priorities. I started redefining what success meant for me and those around me. Teaching children to value intrinsic qualities over external achievements became a guiding principle. The author's message inspired me to focus on fostering empathy, creativity, and resilience rather than chasing superficial markers of success. It also motivated me to model these values in my own life. This chapter taught me that true success lies in living authentically and cultivating meaningful connections. By modeling these values, we can help the next generation thrive in a complex and ever-changing world. The anxious generation taught me that the roots of today's mental health crisis lie in the profound changes to childhood experiences. By addressing the causes, from technology to overprotection, and fostering resilience, play, and balance, we can create a healthier future for the next generation. How can you help rewrite the story of childhood in your community? Remember, change begins with understanding, compassion, and small, intentional steps toward a better tomorrow.